Hello. This is a demonstration video of how to use the Suite drag and drop program. This is the program. We have two options here, New Actions and Actions List. As you see, it's empty right now because we haven't set up anything yet. We're going to go through them now. So for that, you have to go to the New Action, and as you can see, you have 3 actions that you can set up. Copy, move and rename. Let's try the move action now. It is asking for a name for this action. Call it move. Test. Destination folder. As you can see, I have 2 folders here on the desktop for demonstration purposes. I'm going to drag folder B here, and as you can see, it automatically grabs the location. Or you can click on this little search button and then browse it through. But for now, I am using the dragging method. It's much easier. After you define your destination folder, you have 3 options here. So you have do nothing and skip, overwrite the file, or rename the file options, which will add a copy with a number to the end of the file. For example, copy 1, copy 2, copy 3, and so on. I'm going to click rename now, and then click save. And then, I'm going to show you the copy action, which basically is the same thing. I'm going to make a rename action now. For the rename, you have 4 options here. Add a text before the name, add a text after the name, replace a specific text, or a new name. So let's choose add text before, and let's name it before. Okay, so that's the action name, and here is what you want to add before the name of the file or folder. Let's type before, space, dash, space, and then the same thing. Do nothing if it exists, overwrite, or rename. Let's choose rename, and click save. Another new action. Rename. Let's make one for after. Choose after. Because this is after, I'm going to add space dash space to the beginning of it, so it will have a space in between, with the file or folder name that I'm trying to rename. And then the same thing. Rename, save. Another new action, but for the replace text. I'm going to say find test, and replace it with not test. If it exists, rename. Save. And then one more time, for new name option. This is going to change the entire name. Let's type in new name. Same thing here, rename, save. Okay, so, we have created some actions here. Now if I go to my actions list, I have some actions that I can click and rename, or edit if I want to. Here I have this favorite part, so I can create a favorite list of my available actions. And I'm going to call it 01. So what do I want to have on my 01 favorite list? I have all these actions available here, and I can select whichever I want and add them to my favorite list. I'm just going to select all, and click save. You can create multiple favorites and open them together if you want. Then if you click here, this window will open, which contains the actions we created, which you can have in 3 different sizes. Medium, or like this. You can have it vertically, or horizontally. And this is the refresh. You can also right-click and you have some options over there. Okay, so for now, let's go with the large. And let's do it this way, move it to the side. Once you have the favorite window open, you can close the main program. The favorite window will stay open until you close it. If you reopen the program, you can see that here under the favorites. It was empty before, but now, you have this 01 that you can click and open. Okay, now let me open folder A and folder B. We have this test file. Let me make it bigger. Okay, we have this test file in here, and we have all these actions that we set up. Let's see what will happen if I drag this test on top of the after action. See, it added after. Now if I drag it on the before action, it renamed to before, test, -after. Now I want to move this file into folder B. You drag it here. There you go. It moved it into folder B. Now let's say what will happen if I have a file with the exact same name in folder A, and if I try to move it again. It's going to add this copy number 1. Why? Because I had it set up to rename if the file exists. You can also edit the actions by clicking on the action itself. This window will pop up, and you can change the options or the folder location. And then click Save again. This is the new name action. Let's see what will happen if I drag the file on it. See. It changed the entire name. And now, let's try the replace action. Remember I had it set up to find test? So I should have test on the file name to work. That's why I'm going to rename this file and add test to the name. Now replace. There you go. It replaced it. It found the test and replaced it with not test. That's pretty much it. You can set up different actions here, such as moving files to different locations or renaming. And you can always go and edit them. You can also change the view of this window to however works for you. This is how the Sweet drag and drop program works. Thank you for watching.